Hey, what's up guys, it's Crizzy, and today I'm going to be flying by on my F-15 fighter jet, and I'm going to drop a video bomb right onto your YouTube screen. So today we're going to talk about my predictions for Spider-Man 2 PS5. So let's just dive in head first. But before we take that Olympic high dive right into this video, I want to say sorry for being silent the past, month and a half. I tried making this video about a month ago, and all my audio got corrupted, so now I have to remake the video. Which sucks, but, it is what it is. And then after that, the Modern Warfare 2 beta came out, and that kind of sucked up a lot of my time. And if you guys want to see videos on Modern Warfare 2, I could definitely make videos about that. I just don't know if you guys will care, because, Spider-Man and stuff, but I don't know. We'll talk more about that at the end of the video. But anyway, my first prediction's kind of dumb, but not really at the same time, and you'll see why. I don't think Peter Parker will get the symbiote suit in this game. I think Miles will get it. I feel like it makes more sense if Miles, who's younger and less mature, got tangled up with the symbiote suit debacle. I could just see Insomniac doing something wild like that. Because they have changed up characters and stories and stuff from the comics before, like with the Tinkerer. I could absolutely see Insomniac doing something like that. Not to mention it'd be so dope to Venom punch someone as Venom. Like with the tendrils and shit, could you imagine? Anyway, in a similar vein, I don't think that Harry's gonna be Venom. I feel like he's gonna end up being released from his healing water symbiote bath concoction thing, and go about his normal life with the symbiote attached to him, and he won't notice. Then Harry can meet up with Peter and MJ, who introduce him to Miles, and the symbiote would jump to Miles. He goes about having the symbiote like Peter normally does, until he decides he doesn't want it anymore, and it somehow gets off him and ends up on Eddie Brock. I feel like the way they could make this happen is Peter and MJ help Miles take the symbiote off, and then the symbiote ends up on Mary Jane without anyone noticing. She then goes to the Daily Bugle, and it somehow gets on Eddie Brock. This could be like that spider that bites Miles in Spider-Man PS4. Quick side note, that is one racist ass spider. Travels across the whole fucking universe just to bite the first black person he sees. He'll sit on the white lady's shoulders though, that's sickening. Insomniac is sickening. Or alternatively, he could just be trying to take pictures of this new black Spider-Man for the Daily Bugle. I feel like Eddie Brock will be some sort of cutscene antagonist to MJ, where he's like her rival of sorts. Kinda like how Peter was his rival in Spider-Man 3. I feel like he'll snoop around a little bit and do some investigative journalism and find out that she knows who Spider-Man is. Maybe not who he is, like secret identity-wise, but definitely that she knows him. He'll get the symbiote, and then the rest is history. Well, the future, but you know what I mean. My next Nostra dumbass prediction is there's gonna be a lot more bosses. I doubt they'll go crazy, but I bet they're gonna add a bunch of new side missions with good boss fights at the end. When someone decides now's the best time to mow their lawn. Anyway, yeah, I think we're gonna see a lot more boss fights and side missions and all sorts of cool fun stuff like that. See my last video for more of my thoughts on that. I made a nice little top 5 for the villains I want to see in the sequel. It'll be linked in the description. I hope we see a lot of Marvel characters, similar to Web of Shadows, so there's all kinds of people fucking around all over the place constantly. I love that. My third prediction is there's gonna be tons of new combat mechanics and combos and cool ways to beat the shit out of criminals. We know from the teaser last year that Spider-Man has some cool arms that if you're like me aren't very cool at all, and I hope we don't have to use them. They would add a lot of variety to the attacks Peter would have, but I just dislike the arms. They're cool on Doc Ock, dumb on Spider-Man. Instead, I think we'll have all sorts of new combos and ways to fight, if not that, at least new animations. Sort of going back on my first point, I think Peter's gonna make the arms to try and kinda keep up with Miles and his tendrils if he gets the black symbiote suit. And then I think they're also gonna change around Miles' Venom powers. I hope there's more to it than just L1, X, circle, square, triangle. I hope we can actually activate like a Venom mode, where it's like almost like Rage Meter from God of War 2018. I think that would be pretty cool. And then speaking of God of War 2018, that's a perfect example of how they could change around the combat. In God of War, you can run towards an enemy and press R2 for a heavy slam attack, and then press R1 a couple of times, and then R2 again to end the combo. Or you could run towards an enemy and press R1 and do a spin attack. Press R1 a couple of more times for some light attacks, pause for a second, and then press R1 or R2 again for a completely different set of combos and animations. If they could add something like that for Spider-Man 2 PS5, I think that could drastically increase the game's replay value. My final prediction for this video is, I think this game is going to be fun. I feel like whatever Insomniac is cooking up, it's going to be spectacular. They've already proven they can make fun games with both these Spider-Man games that have come out, as well as their history as a game studio. With the Ratchet & Clank and Spyro the Dragon franchises, as well as Sunset Overdrive, which, love or hate, you gotta admit that game has some fun, bouncy gameplay. Call me dumb, but I have complete faith in Insomniac. I know they're gonna knock this one out of the park. But thank you once again for listening to me ramble about this game that we're all excited for. I hope you've enjoyed. If you did, feel free to smash that like button as it tells me you guys like this type of content. Again, sorry for being gone for the past little while. Sony Vegas has been really fucking me around. I hope to start uploading regularly from this week on. I'll try to get at least something out every week. Might be shit, might be gold, I don't know. We'll see when the ball gets rolling. Thanks again guys, it's Crizany, leaving you like I'm my dad.